We're joined now on the show by Ryan from the band Righteous Vendetta. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Now, first of all, I have never interviewed a band from Wyoming before. Tell me a little bit about Cody, Wyoming, and how a rock band forms out there.
Right, yeah, it doesn't surprise me you've never talked to a band from Wyoming. There's not very many of us. No, we started the band actually in Powell, Wyoming, which is like just a 20-minute drive down the road from Cody. Me and our guitar player, Justin, who's still in the band, we met at college, and we kind of formed the band at the college with the piano professor. And that's kind of how it all started.
Now, you've got an album out that I've been listening to called The Fire Inside, and it looks like that's your third release, correct?
It is, yes.
How does that album compare to the previous albums? I've just gotten to know Righteous Vendetta for this album. Is there a difference between this album? Is it more the same? How have you changed to the band, if you have?
Right, yeah, definitely. No, we've changed a lot. The newer stuff has quite a bit more singing, a lot more melodic, like hooky chorus kind of stuff. But our old stuff, our first two records, Lawless and The Dawning, they were like straight metalcore. Pretty much all growling, screaming, breakdowns, really fast guitar riffing, things like that. So, in a sense, we toned it down quite a bit, but it's still really intense music, if you know what I'm saying.
Now, I was reading a little bit about you guys. It looks like you've played over 1,000 live shows already, so you must be kind of like pretty heavy. Do you tour a lot, or is that a lot of local stuff? How are you getting that many shows in?
Right, yeah, that's over the course of about 5 years now. After a majority of those have been in the last 4. The first year was a little slow because we were just starting out, but we tour 300 days a year usually.
Whew.
We've played so many shows, man, across the U.S. We've been to Europe once. So yeah, dude, we grind it out, man. We're always on the road playing somewhere.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned Europe. I was going to ask you about that. I talked to a lot of bands who have a chance to play here and go over to Europe. What is the biggest difference right now between the music scene here and over in Europe, from your perspective?
Definitely. Well, from my perspective, it was, it was our first time in Europe, and, it was us. It was a tour package. None of the bands were really big, especially in Europe. But, the average show we were playing over there was 700 people, man, and it was crazy, and fans bought tons of merch, and were just very supportive. They loved, dude, you can be just an American band and go to Europe and they'll love you just for the fact that you're an American rock band,
Was that a surprise to you? Did you expect that? Did you know that going over there, or?
I heard about it, but I was like, that's just hearsay. But no, dude, it's really true. Like, they love American bands, and it was amazing. It was so cool.
Now, I read that you've been known to do some acoustic sets after the show. Is that correct?
Yeah. Sometimes we do if they allow it.
Tell me a little bit about that. What can people expect when that occurs?
Yeah, dude, it's really raw. We just literally go outside with 2 acoustic guitars, a voice, and the drummer just plays a beat on the guitar, and we just play all of our songs adapted to acoustic.
Is that just out somewhere?
Yeah, usually it's just right out in front of the club, man. So as people are walking out, they can come jam for a little longer before they go home.
That's awesome, man. I wish so many other bands did that. It's just got to be so cool to walk out and see you guys there. So
yeah, it's fun, man. We really enjoy it. You get to actually meet people that way, and they can see a little bit softer side of the band, things like that.
Now, it looks like are you about to go out on tour with Trapped? Did I read that?
That's right. Yeah, here in about a week and a half.
Tell me a little bit about that tour. Where are you guys going to be heading? Is there anybody else on the bill? And have you played with them before?
Yeah. Well, it starts in Ohio, and it's kind of a northeast tour. We're only actually doing 6 of the dates now. Originally, we were supposed to be doing 14, but Trapped had to cancel a bunch of them. So it kind of got cut in half, and then some of the shows just didn't work out. So we're actually only doing 6 of them, but we're doing those 6 shows up in like Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania area. Michigan, and we've never played with Trapped, but of course I know who Trapped is, man. I grew up on Headstrong. When I was a kid, that was a hit, So I'm really looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Now, your albums, I've noticed, as I was getting to know you guys, have had like a whole lot of success on the Christian rock charts. Was that your niche originally? Was the Christian rock scene, or have you become like a crossover band? And that,
Yeah.
a little bit of that history.
Right. Yeah, no, we're a total crossover band now. I mean, all that touring I was talking about, man, that was in the Christian circuits. I mean, we probably played at every church known to man in America, man, literally. So yeah, I mean, we started out as in the Christian market, and we've had 2 singles that have done pretty well at Christian radio. But we picked up a new manager that's trying to make us a crossover, kind of what Red's done, Skillet, 1,000 Foot Crutch. Along those same lines is kind of what we're kind of trying to do what they did, but bring it a little heavier, Yeah,
and you're doing a great job at it. I love the new tunes. One I was drawn to that I wanted to ask you the story behind was the tune "With Love." That was kind of my favorite one I picked off the album. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was like our slow song we wanted to do. It was actually the first song we wrote for the new record. Actually, now that I think about it. And, we just wanted to kind of make a song that was just enriching, uplifting, and just a feel-good song where people are like, holy cow, I can do something with my life. It's not just, people get so sucked in their day-to-day lives, but, like, we wanted to empower people to be like, yeah, seriously, you can change the world with love. And so that's the song we wrote, kind of in hopes that we could communicate that message.
And it's funny, I think what drew it to me, our message here at Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews, our motto is changing the world through rock and roll. So I was immediately drawn to the lyrics in that song. We have the power to change the world. I think that's what did it for me.
Dude, how crazy is that? That's awesome.
Now, before I do this interview, I'm going to be sharing the music video of This Pain. Can you tell me about the making of that video a little bit? You look like you're in an old house or something. Yeah. Actually, that was in... That's in this old abandoned building in Portsmouth, Ohio. There's a guy that does videos out there, and it was the middle of summer. It was like 100-some degrees up there, and you can't tell in the video, man, but we were covered in sweat, and I was wearing a leather jacket, and it was soaking wet. You can't tell in the video, but man, that day was one of the longest days of my life. I'll tell you what. Now, how many times do you think you had to listen to your own song that day?
Oh, so many times, man. Probably, I would say, not exaggerating, probably 80 times.
Hey, a little birdie told me to ask you this question. I heard you guys had a coyote hunting trip that was kind of interesting.
Yes, it was. I'm sure Chris is going to get a kick out of this when she hears it. So yeah, we stayed at one of the women that works for us. Christy lives in the cornfields of Illinois, and so she had this fake coyote call, and me and her kind of plotted this situation where we were going to scare the crap out of the guys because we were staying out in this camper, and so she set the coyote call kind of out behind this barn in the cornfield area. And she runs out. We timed it perfect. I run out. We all come out. And she our guitar player, just hands him a gun, just out of nowhere, and goes, take this. And so the guys are freaking out. There's these coyotes, it sounds like, that are right next to us. They're freaking out. Justin thinks he's going to have to shoot one of these things. And, dude, it was one of those things you had to be there, but it was hilarious, just how intense they were for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, she told me you'd get a kick out of that, so I wanted to share that out there. You guys do a lot of YouTube videos, don't you? I looked at your channel a little bit. You kind of have some fun while you're on tour with YouTube, don't you?
Yeah, we try to. Yeah, we try to keep it interesting. Yeah, if anybody's interested and they want to get some good tips, go subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Now, where's the best place for folks to find stuff about Righteous Vendetta? Is it probably on your Facebook page at this point?
Yeah, Facebook's good. It really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for just the entire package, okay, where can I see them play live? Where's their music? Our best place is righteousvendetta.com. Obviously, that'll link you out to everywhere else. But if you're looking to, watch music videos or anything like that, YouTube is the best place to do that. But I'd say, first and foremost, if you want to communicate with us, ask us questions, go to Facebook.
That's awesome. We'll send people there. Now, two quick more things. What is the most famous band other than yourselves to come out of Wyoming that I would know?
Man, famous bands that come out. I know that Chris Ledoux comes from Wyoming, country artist. Dude, that question is like, I don't think that can be answered. I don't even think there's. I honestly don't know of any bands that came out of Wyoming besides Chris Ledoux.
Well, the cool thing about that is, then you guys are going to be it. You will be the name and the face of Wyoming rock and roll music. And,
right.
That's a pretty cool thing, man.
I think it is neat, man. We kind of hold to that. We're proud of it.
Now, one of the things I always do when I conclude an interview is I ask you what song you would like me to play off your album. So I'm going to spin a song off The Fire Inside. What tune would you like for me to play for everybody on our station?
Cool. Man, play the tune Far Away.
Okay, you got it, man.
Yeah.
Far Away it is. And this has been Ryan from Righteous Vendetta, calling me all the way from Wyoming. Man, thank you so much for being on the show. And I hope to be able to catch you at a live show really soon, man, because I really love your music.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure, and we'll be talking to you soon, I'm sure.